Hi everybody and welcome to the first bookish day of the year. It's actually not gonna be a day, it's gonna be a night because it's currently 3 p.m. and it's about to get dark in probably like an hour. So the first thing that's on my agenda today is take a walk in the dog park because that just felt so therapeutic and so nice last time. So I want to do that again and definitely do that a lot more times and just watch the other dogs have fun. At least I can do that. And while I'm there, I want to listen to Iron Flame because my audio subscription renewed I think yesterday, so I can already make progress in that book because, as I mentioned, it's kind of dragging along a bit and I don't really know why because I really like the first one and so far nothing's really happened, but I'm also not that far in, so nothing I guess is supposed to have happened yet. But I don't know, I'm just having kind of a hard time because also the size of the book is a little bit demotivating, but that's fine. We're just gonna make progress on audio. Also, I just wanted to show you my Sophie scarf that I finished. This is a crochet Sophie scarf. In my last video, last day of 2024, I put up a screenshot of the kind of pattern that I used and how I made this. It turned out so good. I ended up doing I think 120 rows of single crochets instead of 100 because it was just a little bit too short still, but it's so perfect and I love the color. I hope you can see it's kind of dark today, but I think it looks so nice. And I'm currently working on making a matching headband. I don't have enough yarn, so I'm gonna need to order some more, but I'm waiting on an Amazon coupon to be sent to my email address and then I can order that, because one of my New Year's resolutions is to only shop books and like unnecessary things like yarn through coupons and like gift cards. And one, I'm not gonna use my own money to spend on that, and two, I'm not gonna buy as much because I obviously don't have like an unlimited amount of gift cards. So that's also I guess my biggest New Year's resolution, because last year buying books and just prime shipping everything from Amazon just got kind of a little bit out of hand, and I have so many things. There's literally nothing that I need other than things like for fun, like yarn. I don't really need more yarn. I could make a headband with the colors that I already have, but I want a matching one to this, so that's why it's like a fun project and not something that I need. But yeah, I think we're gonna head to the dog park now and take a walk. I think it's also gonna look really nice because it's kind of snowy and icy everywhere, and I'm very excited. I'm hoping that it looks like that because that would just be a dream. So yeah, enough rambling, let's go. I'm here, let's head into the dog park. For some reason today, all of the little like walking paths look like the start of a horror movie. Like, you can't tell me that this is where all horror movies start. There's a house. I'm gonna turn around. That's where the murderer lives, probably. I am at 15% into the audiobook and I think I'm slowly starting to get into it. I blushed a couple times and also read because it's so cold, but it's starting to get more interesting. I'm back from my walk and I finally made some good progress. I'm only I think 5 chapters ahead, but that's 5 more chapters than I managed over the last month, and now I think it's time. And I already picked out my January TBR, but I want to show you. I picked out kind of shorter books because I do need to study for the majority of January and I just can only like read at night and a little bit, and I don't want to get too involved, so I'm not gonna start any big fantasy series. First up we have the classic of the month. Pick this one very specifically because it's very short, The Great Gatsby. Then I'm going to read The Ocean at the End of the Lane. This was in my book advent calendar and it just looks really interesting, so I want to get to this very soon. Then we have a random true crime thriller. I also got this in my book advent calendar. And last but not least, I ate up Carrie Lake's Nocticadia a couple months ago and I got 2 more of her books for Christmas. This one is the shorter of the 2. That's the only reason why I'm picking this. The short description says, in the Louisiana swamplands, ghost stories are as much a part of childhood as chasing fireflies and crawling crawfishing. I think this just sounds really interesting, and I really like her writing style, so I'm very excited to read another one of her books. And that puts us at 4 books plus Iron Flame. I think that's below what I would need to read for my reading goal, because I did set my reading goal to 75 books for this year. But yeah, that's my January TBR. I'm gonna have some dinner now, and then we'll get to book journaling and reading. Next up on the agenda, I'm not sure if you remember, but I have this book stamp that I used to stamp all of my books with, all of the books that I read and liked. And I stepped back from that a little bit because a few of the books that I had stamped, because I thought I was gonna like them, I didn't end up liking, and I am reselling them, but I feel like I can't resell them as new books if there's a stamp, so it's obviously kind of damaged. So I've stepped back from just stamping all of my books, and now I'm only gonna stamp books I've actually read and thought about and I want to keep in my library. We have accumulated a few books that need to be stamped. Full transparency, I haven't read this one, but I do really want this to complete my Taylor Jenkins Reid's collection, and I know that I'm gonna like it because I love all of her other books that are kind of in this world, because some of them are connected. So first book that we're gonna stamp is Carrie Soto is Back. Then we have The Crimson Moth. Love this book so much, so unexpected, but I was obsessed with this. Again, I didn't read this one yet, but I want this to complete my Mad Hay collection, and I know I'm gonna like it because it's Mad Hay. Then we have Lila Sage's Done and Dusted series. I think it's actually the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I loved the first one. The second one was also fun, and then I just got the third one. I'm actually not sure if I stamped the first one maybe already. No. So we need to stamp all 3 of those. And then, as I mentioned before, I am obsessed with Nocticadia. This and Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. 10 out of 10. The exact books that I love, and I cannot wait to read more of this author. And also can't wait for Ninth House, like that series, to continue. So we're definitely gonna stamp this one. I got this for Christmas also. I read it on Kindle, but I really wanted to have it in my collection. And once I've read the I Love Sin and Shadows and Anathema, I'm definitely gonna start a little Carrie Lake stack on the new bookshelf. I think I'll actually have to do a few test stamps first because I haven't used this in a while. So I'm gonna grab some paper and then I'm gonna get to stamping. I'm so obsessed with the way this looks, especially on this page with the other illustrations. She's perfect. And while I got the paper, I just also remembered that I got this book nerd calendar at a little bookshop around Hayward, not in Hayward, but like around there, and I haven't really opened it, so let's look at it together. The first page, the cover is already so cute, and I'm definitely gonna keep this up even once 2025 is over because I just like this very much. Reading is a ticket to adventure. And then we have some 2024 spreads, like small ones, and then this is where 2025 starts. January. I think I'll just do this because this is the interesting part. This looks really fun. It's like a little collage of book related and library related stuff. Also love this page, the little heart library, that's cute. And then we have a little library, a little phone booth library, that's also fun. And we have a quote: if you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. True, honestly. That's also really cute. April, that's also my birthday month. Oh, and that's also nice, a little tree with books. For May we have, what's this, book yoga. That's also fun. I like the little dog. Or is it a cat? No, it's a dog. June, I don't know why, but June is kind of sick themed with aspirin and tablets and everything. Hopefully I'm not gonna get sick in June or ever. But yeah, that's also nice. See, this is what I picture with a summer month in a bookish calendar. Dive into a good book. That's nice. Love this page. That's also very fun. Oh, Lost Crafts. Yeah, that's me. It's a little suitcase and all of the books are packed, but nothing else. True. Last year when we were in Croatia, I think I packed like 10 books and 2 swimsuits, and that was basically it. That's also nice. That's a really pretty page. We have people book shopping. Also very cute. Which one would I be? Probably this one. Just putting them in any pocket, but just not taking a bag or buying too many books so that my bag isn't enough. That's also very cute. It's a little bookshop. Party like a book nerd. This gives me High School Musical 1 vibes, honestly. Everybody dancing and like Happy New Year and stuff, and then Gabriella's like, oh, I'm different. I'm reading. I'm special. Those are all of the little spreads. Oh, they would have been on the back. I didn't even look at that. There's like little covers of all of them. I think to be honest, I think that this cover is one of the best pages, but that's so fun. I'm gonna need to put a nail into the wall to hang this up. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get another chapter of Iron Flame done, because I do have, where's my phone? My audio subscription renewed yesterday on January 1st, and I had 20 hours, and Fourth Ring in total is 33 hours long, and I listened to probably 2 hours today on my walk. I am now almost 7 hours into the book, and I have 18 hours remaining, so I did listen to a little bit over 2 hours, which means I still need to read quite a bit. I can't listen to everything on audio, but while I was on my walk, there were some things happening that finally made the book interesting. And it did take kind of a long time, because I feel like since we're already in the series, like we're introduced to the world and everything, there's not much world building that needs to happen. I just need to be hooked on something so that I keep reading. I know I spoiled myself with something through TikTok, and I honestly kind of forgot about it until right now. I dread that happening, but I also can't wait, because I feel like then there's like more action happening. So there's that, and then the thing that just happened. And I also read, I don't know if this is true, but I don't read theories, I see them on TikTok, but there were a bunch of theories that Satan might not be the guy that Violet ends up with, because it's part 2 of 5 books, and we all know what happened in ACOTAR, so it's possible. But I kind of don't think that they won't end up together, because they have their mind connection, and I feel like the mind connection guy is always the one guy that ends up being the final guy, you know. So I'm very interested to see where that goes. It totally slipped my mind that we need to do my book journal for January. I think I showed these spreads a couple times now, but here we have my library. As I mentioned, my goal is to read 75 books this year. Follow me on Fable, please. I don't want to be alone there. Then we have the book of the year with all the little, there it is, with all the little book of the month, and then they are gonna compete against each other. And then we have the book of the year, and then we have the classics that I want to read. Hopefully The Great Gatsby is gonna be right here as the first book. Then I also ended up doing the ABC challenge, so every book that I read that correlates with one of these letters is gonna go in here, or at least the first book that I read. So Iron Flame would be the one for I, because that's, I don't know actually how many books start with I, but that's definitely the first one that I'll finish this year with I. I've decided to go with this little sticker, and now it's time to draw my little spread. I want to try really hard, because I have these new colors that I can use, so I really want to make this spread really cool. And I'm gonna try really hard, and it's probably gonna turn out bad, but there's still hope. I'm just gonna try. The January spread is done, and it's not perfect, but I think it turned out kind of really cute. This is what it looks like. I purposely left kind of a lot of space because I need to print the covers and put them there, but the font, I mean it's a little bit wobbly, but overall I think it's pretty good. And then we have the little winter forest down here with my not really matching but kind of matching book cover. And I think that's gonna be it for me for tonight, because as I mentioned, it is kind of getting late and I'm kind of getting tired. But for the whole month of January I only have evenings to dedicate to reading, because I do need to study kind of a lot, and I can't mix those things up because I need like most of my brain power for in the mornings when I'm studying, and I can't switch it up, because once I start reading or like doing crafty things and things that I like really enjoy, that are fun to me, then there's no going back. And I know that once I start doing fun things, I'm not gonna go back to bookkeeping and taxes. So I need to do those things first and then reward myself with the fun things. But yeah, thanks so much for spending the first bookish day of 2025 with me. I think we're gonna make this like a monthly thing and just do the book journal and all of the other bookish things, obviously reading and stuff like that, but also hopefully book stamp more books, because I'm really hoping that I'm gonna read a lot of books that I'm gonna love, and then I can add all of them to my permanent collection. That'd be amazing. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.